Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying and welcome back to another Farming Simulator 22 live stream. Toxic, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. We're just wrapping up the Facebook portion of things, guys. Jumping into the YouTube side. We didn't get to stream here Wednesday. There it is. So we haven't streamed here in about a week, but welcome to the community farm, y'all. If you want to play, the farm name and password is in the description of the stream for you guys. Everybody's welcome to hop in and roll with us if you want to. Karen, how are you? Welcome in. Good to see you. Left Twix, what's going on, man? Welcome to the YouTube side, bud. And Kirash, good to see you back, my dude. Appreciate you. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up on YouTube as well. You got to exit out of the chat if you're on mobile. Unfortunately, it's kind of weird. But exit out of the chat, slap that thumbs up, and then pop right back in. It'll help out the channel a ton over here, just like it does on Facebook, guys. I think y'all know the drill. But thank you for being here, y'all. And happy Saturday. If we didn't see you on Facebook, I hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. Good old Saturday, guys. Weekend's going by super fast already. And I'm missing pieces over here. I'm doing okay, Karen. Yep, I'm doing all right. My wife is a little sick today, so that's less than awesome, but it's an okay Saturday, I'd say. And kind of a chill one, you know. YouTube side looks good on the phone. Yeah, YouTube's playback is way better than Facebook's, so stream should look a lot more clear over here than it does on Facebook. I can also use a higher bit rate over here than what Facebook lets us do, so yep, it should in theory look better for you guys. Yeah. hopefully it does. There's Ron. Ron's in the map now, guys. We haven't had Ron on the server yet. Hope she feels better soon. Yeah, we did too. She's running a slight fever. It's we don't know what it is yet. She just started feeling bad this morning, but she's running a slight fever. She's monitoring it pretty good, and then if it goes up to a certain point, she knows better than I do because she works at a hospital. But if it goes up to a certain point, she's gonna have to go in. And if she's still sick tomorrow, she's gonna have to go in. And then Monday, she'll get a COVID test, no matter what. Because of where she works, they'll give her a COVID test on Monday, no matter what happens. But of course, if she has to go to the doctor today or tomorrow, they'll test her then too. But hopefully it's not that, you know, for real. Who is here from Facebook? Pretty much everybody right now, except for Kirish, is not on the Facebook channel. Yee, what's up, Ron? Welcome in, man. It's good to see you. Good to see you again. It's been a long time, guys. It's been a while. Like I said, we didn't get to stream here on Wednesday like I planned to. I don't remember what I had going on. For some reason, I couldn't stream here Wednesday, so we're a week out on YouTube streams. Hope she's well. Make her some chicken soup. Yeah, she had soup for lunch. Yeah, that's what she had for lunch, man. Had me a ham sandwich, and she had a little soup. She seems like she's been feeling better this afternoon, but she's still running a little bit of a fever, just a little bit. So we're just kind of waiting it out, see. But I appreciate the well wishes for her, guys. I'll let you know. I'll let her know that y'all said so, and hopefully she's feeling better by tomorrow morning for sure. Yeah, Peter, I'm glad it looks good over here, man. Like I said, the YouTube side should look better. Their playback is a lot more fleshed out than what Facebook has going on. They've just been in this game longer, you know, so they got it more they got it worked out a little bit better, if that makes sense. Just a little bit. All right, it's hard to see what I have done, but I'm just gonna try to not miss too much here. I don't think I was rolling this side, was I? I didn't roll that field yet. Rolling these fields is slightly complicated, man. Slightly. Guys, thank you for those thumbs up. 5 of y'all already hit that like button, man. I appreciate y'all. Our record over here is, I think, while we're live, like 15 thumbs up. So always trying to hit that record, guys. I think our record while we're streaming is 15. They get a little more after that, you know, because they stay up and more people filter in, but The live record likes is something like 15. It's like Facebook don't try sometimes. You're preaching to the choir, boss. Yeah, it's true in some ways, man. I like I say all the time, Facebook does some really good stuff that other platforms will never do. But in other ways, man, Facebook is lacking hard. Yeah, just is what it is. I think I like them all three for certain reasons. You know, there's things I do like about Facebook. There's things I like about YouTube, and there's things I like about Twitch. And there's things I don't like about all three of them as well. You know, none of them are perfect, man. Yeah, it's unfortunate to say though that Facebook is definitely at the bottom of the pile there when it comes to measuring out what platforms are good. Facebook is definitely the worst of the three big ones. Unfortunately, you know, just how it is. Wasn't here this morning. You were at the dentist. I don't stream in the mornings on Saturday. Message retracted. Uh-oh. You were at the dentist though, man. That's no fun. Hopefully you don't have too much. Hopefully the dentist didn't have to do too much. Bradley, what's up, boss? Welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. Hello, Ty. What's going on, Bradley?
Oh, yeah.
Get you some oh yeahs, man. We're just slow rolling these fields, dude. Slow rolling the fields over here. I can vaguely see where I've been, so that's kind of helping a little bit. This one's all catty corner because of that turn over there. Maybe I'll overlap a little bit going down. That way we can straighten out this edge at the bottom. That should work out better. Yeah, like I was telling y'all on Facebook, our YouTube streams have been doing pretty decent. It is kind of a fresh thing over here, so it's got a ways to be built up, but so far it's been off to a good start. We got all the way up to 20 viewers on the last YouTube stream, which is pretty wild. Yeah, you know, well, that's what a lot of us thought they were gonna do. Yeah, Facebook should have kept the Mixer platform model. So that's what we thought they were gonna do. Mixer had FTL, you know what I mean? I don't know if any of you guys were on Mixer or remember, but yeah, Mixer had FTL, faster than light. Dude, there was no chat delay over there at all. Twitch has gotten their delay down to where it pretty much doesn't matter anymore. YouTube has gotten the delay down pretty good, so it's not really that noticeable either. Facebook still has a noticeable delay. Unfortunately, they're just a little behind. But they bought Mixer. You know, Mixer was the fastest streaming platform ever. Mixer had FTL. There was no platform ever that was as fast as Mixer was. There was no delay. It was sub-second delay. So if you said something in the chat and I read it at that moment, you would hear me read that before you could even say one Mississippi. That's what that means, right? Before you could even say one Mississippi, you'd hear the streamer talking to you after you comment, if they're like right on top of the chat, right? Super fast. So that's what we thought when Facebook bought Mixer. We thought for sure they're going to use that technology, right? They didn't though. They didn't use anything from Mixer. All that they really did was they bought us, right? That's what it was really about, I think. I can't say that officially, right? I don't know exactly what Facebook was getting out of it, but obviously they did get us, you know, they did buy us. But I think that's really all they got, man. I don't think they got anything else from Mixer except for the content creators. I think that's all that they bought, maybe. I don't know. But we thought at first that that's how it was going to go down. They're going to take FTL. They're going to use the structure of Mixer. Maybe even change Facebook Gaming into the Mixer website, you know, like mold it into the Mixer website because it was a fully fleshed out streaming platform, you know. But they didn't do any of that. All they did was take the streamers and got rid of everything else. So it was kind of interesting, right? That they didn't do that, but they did need the content creators. Why don't they use FTL? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they don't use FTL, man. I guess they didn't buy it. Maybe Microsoft didn't. Microsoft is who owned Mixer, if you guys didn't know that. So Mixer was Microsoft's streaming platform. Maybe Microsoft just didn't sell it to them, right? Maybe that's how it went down. I don't know. I think maybe their deal was strictly, hey, look, Roland gets rid of the rocks, guys. Roland's getting rid of these rocks. Those rocks are glitched, by the way. We're not able to pick those up. Looks like Roland might be the secret answer to that there. But anyway, yeah, why don't they use FTL? The best I can assume is that they didn't, Microsoft didn't sell it to them. Maybe Microsoft just kept it. Yeah, Microsoft owned Mixer. Yeah, that's right. Damn, they did good making it, not gonna lie. Yeah, Mixer was pretty good, man. Mixer had some really cool stuff going on. It was smaller. Yeah, it was a lot smaller than Twitch. And they weren't putting, Microsoft wasn't really investing in it very much at the point that I was a partner over there, and I moved to Mixer maybe 2 years after it started, so I wasn't on Mixer right away. I moved over there. Things went really good for me. I got partnered over there in like 3 months. It was really good. Mixer was going pretty good. Not as good as Facebook did when Facebook was good. But Mixer was really good for me, man, for a little while. But I was late to the party, so I don't know how it started out. When I got there, though, the biggest problem that Microsoft had with Mixer is they weren't really putting any money back behind it anymore, other than buying the big streamers. You know, they bought Ninja, they bought Shroud. That was huge news. Those are two of the biggest streamers in the world. Mixer bought them, and that was kind of all that they wanted to do as far as putting money into it. So at that point in time, you had Twitch rolling out advertisements like crazy, right? At that particular time, you could go scroll down Twitter and you would see Twitch ads all day long, like, hey, come to Twitch, come watch Twitch. And even on YouTube, you would load into a YouTube video and you would get an ad for Twitch. And a lot of people on Mixer staff included, and Mixer partners, were telling Mixer, like, hey, you know, we've got Microsoft behind us. Y'all need to be investing in advertisement as well, right? User acquisition is the hardest thing for any streaming platform like Twitch or Mixer was. Twitch was doing it. They're still working on it. It's a problem for Twitch too, but Twitch is putting money into it and working on it. Mixer wasn't doing any of that. Mixer wasn't really doing advertisements. They were relying entirely on the Xbox ecosystem to bring people over. They weren't really fighting against Twitch in any way other than buying out Ninja and Shroud, and that's kind of it, you know. So they didn't want to do that, and that was kind of their biggest issue, and that was kind of foreshadowing to Microsoft getting rid of it, you know, because they didn't really care. They thought maybe buying Ninja and Shroud was gonna blow the platform up, and when it didn't do that, they just said screw it and they quit. The craziest thing about it, though, dude, hold on, let me talk to you guys real quick. Microsoft on Mixer, yeah, there we go. See, with Twitch, I always have lag issues when I'm watching streams. I'm not saying it's from your end. No, it's not. It's clear on my end. You have the same issues with Prestige when he streams there also. Have you updated your Twitch app? That might be, you might be like, yeah, duh, of course, but if you haven't done that, update your Twitch app and uninstall it and reinstall it, man, because Twitch is buttery for most people. YouTube should be the best video quality. Twitch is okay, and Facebook is okay, but YouTube should be the crispy streams, man. YouTube's got way better video playback and bit rates and stuff. Twitch isn't gonna hold a candle to it either. Twitch's bitrate cap is pretty low. Did I get that corner right there? Doesn't look like it. So this is the wildest thing, right? The way it played out on Mixer, right? Mixer had this came out of nowhere, right? Everybody streaming on Mixer, even the people working there say, the employees of Mixer, the partner managers and stuff, even they say they didn't know that it was gonna be sold. They didn't know it was gonna be sold. But this is how it all went down, right? One day, I don't remember what the exact day was, but one day, literally in the course of days, right? Like 2 days. One day, Mixer had a huge scandal pop up on Twitter, right? Big scandal. One of the Mixer higher ups, like one of the high up people, the chief officers of Mixer, was recorded secretly in a meeting where she said that all of the partners, this is a quote from her, right? She said something along the lines, I'm gonna have to paraphrase because it's been so many years, but she said the partners on Mixer were her slaves. This is what she said. She said all of the partners on Mixer were her slaves, and they'll do whatever she tells them to do, is what she said, which pissed me off. I was a partner at the time. I was like, excuse me? And that made me mad, right? But obviously that doesn't have a personal hit to me like it does certain people, like people with Kohler partners. Man, they were severely pissed off, as they have every right to be. So this big scandal kind of blows up on Twitter, where this lady was calling all of the partners her slaves and saying that she can make all the partners do whatever they want to do. That was like the 17th of the month, right? That happened on the 17th around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And literally the morning of the 18th, they sold the platform in like a 12-hour span. From this thing popping off on Twitter, 12 hours later, it was sold to Facebook. Like that. Snap of a finger, Microsoft got rid of it. And so what most people think is they were working on this, because you don't sell a large company like that in 12 hours. You just can't do that. You know, you can't sell a massive company from Microsoft to Facebook in 12 hours. You know, there's a lot more stuff that's been going on for months to work out the contracts and who's going to work where and what exactly are they going to be buying. Are they getting this technology? Are they getting these content creators? You know, stuff like that. So there's just no ever way in hell that that deal was made in 12 hours. But that's the timeline, right? That scandal thing popped up on Twitter, and then 12 hours later the platform was sold, and nobody even knew. Nobody, even the people that work there, at least they claim, had no idea the Mixer was shutting down. No idea. And then that next day on the 18th, everybody woke up to a tweet that said, "Hey, we're done." A tweet from Mixer. That's how everybody found out. All the partners. That's pretty much how we all found out. There was a tweet from Mixer that said, "Hey, that's it. We're done." So it was wild, man. It was really, really, really wild to see how that went down like that. So who knows, man, what really happened? But it was pretty crazy. Yeah, Microsoft bought Activision. Yeah, so that is Microsoft really laying into that exclusive game, I think, dude. I think, one, Microsoft is buying too much. Sean, by the way, what's up, man? Welcome in. It is good to see you. What's up, Ty? Nothing much, dude. Since he wins 19-16, last second field goal, says Ron. That's a hell of a football game right there, dude. Yeah, Bradley, try that out. Uninstall and reinstall the app entirely and see if that'll help you. And I'm double rolling this field here. We got to get down into this one. Damn, but yeah, it was pretty crazy, man. It was really, really crazy. And I had friends, dude. The sad part about it is I got real lucky, right? Because I wasn't a large streamer on Mixer. I'm, obviously still not, but on Mixer, I think I got up to around 4,000 followers. I don't know exactly what my channel size was, but we were somewhere around 4K followers. We were averaging maybe 20 or 30 viewers a day. It was going well. I got partnered there, but I was nowhere near like a fully fleshed out career on the Mixer platform. So it turned out to be a really good thing for me, right? Because Mixer shut down. I ended up going into Facebook with the simulator games, and you guys know the rest. And it worked out pretty good, right? So far, Facebook was really good to us for a long time. It's kind of gone to crap now, but in the immediate aftermath of what happened on Mixer, I was on a high horse, man. It was great for me because Facebook was doing wonders for me, and things I could never imagine would happen for my streams happened on Facebook. So Mixer shutting down was good. It was a really good thing for me. But I had friends on Mixer, man, that were holding 300, 400, 500 viewers. Big channels, 100,000 followers or more. They were sponsored by G Fuel and big companies and stuff, and that was their whole life, right? That was their job. That was everything they had. And they put it all in Mixer, which is what I was talking about earlier on Facebook. They put everything they had in one platform. They put it all on Mixer because that's just what you do. Nobody thinks twice about it. And they had real good careers, man. Real good careers. Hundreds and hundreds of viewers, hundreds of thousands of followers, if not tens of thousands at least. And big time sponsorships from big companies. And, really making a living and doing this thing the right way on Mixer. And then it shut down, and not all of, there's a couple I know that did okay afterwards. But almost every single person I know that was like that on Mixer with a full-time career, they're done. They were never able to start over. I know people that most of them went to Twitch. Most people didn't even consider Facebook. Most of them went to Twitch. But the majority of people, they went from 300-400 viewers on Mixer to like 15 on Twitch, and they've never been able to climb back up again. So it killed majority of the careers. You know, majority of people's careers from Mixer was killed when Mixer shut down, and most of them have never been able to reboot it. There is one streamer I know of that has done good on Twitch. Facebook even tried to buy him again a few months ago, and he said no. But he did good on Twitch, and he's still rolling full time and has good viewership and good sponsors. He's done okay on Twitch. And then there's one girl I know of that's done really well on Facebook, like really, really, really good on Facebook. Other than that, everybody I know from Mixer is worse off today than they were when Mixer shut down, if that makes sense, right? So for most people, it didn't work out good. I count myself really lucky that it worked out okay for me, and I actually did better afterwards. I don't know how that worked out for me like that, but it did. So thankful for that. But it was really wild to see, man, to see all that stuff go down in the course of 12 hours. All of a sudden, Mixer's gone. So many people that I know and other streamers' careers were just wiped out overnight. And really what it all comes down to is they put everything they had in one platform, and they trusted that platform. Everybody there, they trusted Mixer. They thought it was going to do what it needed to do to stay alive. And it just didn't. And they lost everything they had. It's really, really crazy, but that's how it all went down. Let's see. Well, it does it on your computer also. That's really weird, Bradley. Yeah, that is really weird. I wonder, do you try to turn down the resolution on the streams? If you're watching a stream in 1080, for example, have you tried turning it down to 720 and see if that helps it a little bit? So you're pretty much safe if anything you stream on, which they probably won't, shuts down like Mixer, then you can just keep on using the other stream sites you use. Yeah, well, that's kind of, I don't really think any of the big three are going to shut down, right? I don't think Facebook gaming is going to shut down, even though it's dog water most of the time. I don't think it's going to close, right? Like Mixer did. I don't think Facebook will shut down. I'm really positive that Twitch probably won't. It's possible. It's more possible than most people think that Twitch will shut down someday. It very well could happen because they're owned by Amazon, and Amazon is not a streaming company either, you know, just like Microsoft. So it's possible that Twitch will close someday, but I don't think that's super likely. And YouTube, I'm real sure is not going anywhere. So I don't really think out of the big three right now, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, I don't really think any of them are in danger of closing down necessarily. Facebook gaming might cut its gaming branch like YouTube did back in the day, but you'll still be able to stream there. I mean, look, the YouTube gaming is gone, but here I am streaming on YouTube. I think Facebook might do that, but I don't think it's just going to evaporate, right? If that makes sense. But no, really, but really kind of like what you're saying. That's what I'm working on this year. You know, my big goal this year is to have all three platforms working for me in some way. Hopefully in good ways, you know, hopefully the platforms do well for me. But, you know, that's it pretty much, man. That's exactly right. Cause I've learned that lesson with YouTube. I learned that lesson with Mixer. I learned that lesson again with Facebook. Cause like I told you guys before, everything was super good on Facebook. So I gave Facebook 100% of everything I had. And Facebook was really good to me for a good long time. And then all of a sudden it all just went away. It just boom, gone. So Facebook still exists, you know, but my channel's not doing what it should do over there. And it may never do it again. So I don't want to be reliant on one of them. But yeah, just like you're saying, Karash, if it all goes to hell on YouTube, then we got Twitch and Facebook, and vice versa. If Facebook goes to crap, we got Twitch and YouTube, and we're just a little safer this way, right? Yep. Just a little bit safer this way. With Prestigious stream last night, I could only choose from auto or 1080. Yeah, it depends. So certain streamers have, what is that word called? Damn, I can't remember it. You know where you can turn the stream down from 1080 to 720 to 480 or whatever you want. On Twitch, certain streamers have it and certain streamers don't, and it's kind of random. All partners have it, I think. I think all Twitch partners have that option, and certain affiliates do, right? But not all of them. So yeah, you may not have that option. You might just be able to do 1080 or auto, but on other streams you might. It's worth checking because some streams have it, some streams don't. On YouTube, everybody has it. But let's see, next time I'll watch you, I'll try. Yeah, see if you can do it on mine. I don't know if I have it or not either, but see if you can do it or not. I know my old Tyclone channel had it, but I don't know if my Tyler Mac channel does or not. Facebook gaming is really the most likely to shut down, but then again, that just means it's more likely than the others, but probably won't happen. Yeah, I think so. I think the best example for what Facebook gaming might end up happening is exactly what happened to YouTube gaming, right? And it's, like I said, good example. YouTube gaming is gone. They canceled it. They killed it. YouTube gaming evaporated, but you can still stream on YouTube and you can still have a career streaming on YouTube, even though there's not a YouTube gaming specific thing. You can still stream here and have a streaming career here, right? Some of the biggest streamers in the world are over here now. So Facebook will maybe do the same thing. I think you'll always be able to stream on Facebook, and I think you'll always be able to have a career on Facebook. But Facebook gaming itself might close down someday. That's totally plausible. Really, my big issue with Facebook, though, really all just comes back to being so unstable, right? It's just so unstable. So some days the stream doesn't work at all. Some days the chat doesn't work at all. Some days, some days you'll have 100 people watching you. Some days you'll have 10. You know what I mean? It's just so all over the place, where if you build up anywhere else, it'll be more steady, right? If you build the following that I have on Facebook, if I were able to build that following on YouTube, I would consistently have at least 50, if not 100 viewers every day, just because of the statistics of the following count that I have. Same on Twitch, right? We would have triple digit viewers every day if I had that follow count on any other platform other than Facebook, right? But because I built that on Facebook, and the way Facebook does their platform with notifications and the wishy-washiness too, a lot of people fall off. And thank you for you guys that haven't, but a lot of people do fall off, and I was kind of complaining about this a number of months ago. But if you go to watch a streamer and the chat is broken, you're like, oh, that sucks, I'll come back tomorrow. And then you come back tomorrow and it's still broken. You're like, oh, well, damn, I'll show up on Wednesday then to see if it's better. When you show up on Wednesday and it's still broken, what do you do now? You start finding something else to do in your afternoon, right? Because every single time you show up to Facebook, it's broken. And eventually you stop watching the people stream, you know? It doesn't matter how much you like Tyclone or Prestige or, whoever the hell. It doesn't matter how much you like them. Some people are going to hang on for the long haul no matter what Facebook does. Some people are going to watch. I've got some of you guys in the chat here that have stuck with me the whole damn time despite Facebook being so broken. But your average viewer, your average normal viewer, after 4, 5, or 6 days of the platform being broken in some way, the chat's broke or the playback's broke or the audio's not working, or it's kicking you out of the stream, or it's pushing you into other streams, and the list just goes on. Anybody who watches on Facebook knows what I'm talking about. The list of these bugs, man, just goes on and on and on. So after multiple days as a viewer of you dealing with these kind of bugs, eventually you're just going to give up, man. And I don't blame people for that at all. I totally get that. But when it's broken all the damn time, eventually you're just going to stop trying to use it because it's broke, right? You're going to go somewhere where it's not broken. And streamers on Facebook are largely getting the short end of the stick because the platform can't get its stuff together, man. That's really what it comes down to. Their platform just will not get their stuff together, and majority of streamers just struggle all the time. So that's a lot of the reason why. And then those the notification thing that we were talking about on Twitch yesterday, where it tries to decide what you want to see, and it's got to deal with your family and memes and weather updates and everything that you have on Facebook that's not streams. It's got to measure out our notifications against that stuff, so we get sent to the bottom of that pile pretty easily. And then if you stop showing up for a couple of days, you never get notified again, and then you're gone forever. And that's and then also the bugs being so persistent and so consistent, like just all the time there's something broken. Viewers just fall off easier and they just don't come back. And that's how you get channels with, on Facebook, you get channels with 40,000 followers and 10 viewers. One of my good buddies from Mixer is in that kind of a boat too, really in a worse way than most anybody I know. He's got almost 30k. He doesn't show up in my streams a lot, but I know him pretty good from Mixer. He's got about 30,000 followers and he averages 4 viewers, man. You know, and in what world does that happen? If you're a YouTube streamer or a Twitch streamer, that sounds impossible to you, you know? If you stream on YouTube or Twitch, how in the world do you have 30,000 followers but 4 viewers? That's completely impossible. But on Facebook, that's normal. That's a normal thing on Facebook. So it's just not right. It just doesn't work right. And I've been thinking for a long time, it's new, you know, it's a baby platform. Facebook is the new kid in town. They'll work it out. Give them faith. They got a lot of potential. It'll all shape out. You know, we'll be happy that we're here. You know, 4 or 5 years from now, we'll be happy that we're here. That was my outlook on it for a long time. But now I just don't have that faith anymore. I don't have that faith in the platform anymore because I've been there for almost 2 years now. And I just know they don't ever fix anything, man. They say they'll fix stuff, but they never do. So I don't think it's ever going to get better, honestly. Which hopefully it does. I still stream there. I want it to do good. You know, I still stream on Facebook and I want it to do better. But I don't think it's actually going to happen. So I've lost faith in the platform for that. Yep. You're a lifer? Heck yeah, dude. Just love the content. Exactly wrong. Well, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, and like I said on the Facebook stream right before we jumped over here, I know what I'm doing is kind of weird to a lot of people. I'm doing Twitch and Facebook and YouTube, and there's so many streams and they're in 3 different places. And I know that some people will find that pretty confusing, but that's the reason I'm doing that. The reason why I'm doing that is because of the way Facebook is and because of what happened with Mixer and what I saw happen to people over there. That's why I'm kind of doing all 3 now. So it is what it is. If people don't like it, that's all right. They don't have to. I get that it's strange, but I think it's my best. I think it's the best thing I can do now. Yeah, it's been a pretty wild ride. My 6.5 years of streaming and content creation. It's been a pretty wild ride, man. It's been a hell of a lot of fun, and I've loved pretty much all of it. But it's been pretty dang insane between all these platforms. Yeah, I think trying to think of like the best way to describe this. I think what Twitch has the best is the streaming culture. The best thing about each platform. Twitch has the streaming culture, right? And it's got the best ways to interact with the stream, you know? It's got the best. Mixer might have been a contender for that trophy back in the day, but Twitch has the best way now currently to interact with people, the best ways to support the stream, and the culture around Twitch and streaming. They just got it on lockdown. You know, they were the first one. They laid the road that everybody else is trying to drive down. And so Twitch just kind of owns it as far as streaming culture goes, and really having all that stuff flushed out, and the way you interact and the way you become a supporter, a subscriber over there. It really all works well. It's exactly what people think it should be. It's exactly what people expect it to be. And that's that, you know. Where they lack the hardest is discoverability. Where Twitch is lacking the most is discoverability. YouTube, on the other hand, has the best quality. Their user interface still needs work, but YouTube has the best quality. They don't really lack discoverability, but it's not as good as Facebook's is. But really, YouTube is owning the quality 100%. Where they need to kind of step up is the user interactions and the interfaces and stuff like we've talked about before. And then Facebook, what Facebook has the best is discoverability. Facebook has the best discoverability by far. But obviously, we all know where they lack. They lack in pretty much everything else. So, you know, pros and cons. There's good things about all of them. There really is. But there's bad things about all of them too. Just a part of it, I guess. Rolling fields, guys. Rolling. I can't believe how long it takes to roll. It does take forever, it feels like. So yeah, Bradley Prestige was saying he's doing a lot of Grand Theft Auto on Twitch, right? He said it's going pretty good for him, man. I haven't been over there But he said his little Twitch stuff is doing pretty nice on GTA. He said he's doing it almost every night now. I know Abrupt was doing a little bit of Twitch for a while. You see, the hardest thing about it, I think, especially for those guys, is they started on Facebook and they were original, you know, on Facebook. And so I think those guys just really, really, really want Facebook to work, which we all do. You know, we all want Facebook to work. I think Prestige and Abrupt as well are maybe a little reluctant. They've both messed with other platforms a little bit. Prestige is doing his Twitch thing pretty consistently now, which is good. Abrupt has messed with Twitch a little bit, which is also good, I think. But I think, you know, they really have their heart in the Facebook platform because they started there. And so they really, really, really don't want to have to think like that. They don't want to have to consider what it would be like to leave it behind or move or needing to work on Twitch, you know. So I think that's why they're a little more reluctant to do it. But I'm really glad that both of them are doing it a little bit more now. I've been talking to them about it for a long time. And I am glad to see those guys starting to mess around a little bit on at least one more platform. Other than Facebook. I would hate for what happened to Mixer to happen to them someday. Yeah, he's doing pretty good with them. That's what he was saying, man. Yeah, he said he's doing Grand Theft Auto over there almost every day. It's doing pretty good. We're still talking about getting another stream in with some of those guys. A drunken competitive game is what it seems like it's leaning to. All right, 36 is half rolled. We gotta go over there and patch that up. Yeah, we're thinking maybe like a drunken Fortnite match or something would be kind of fun. We'll try to work it out. I'll probably stream my side of that on Twitch whenever we do it. But it could be pretty dang cool. Yeah, I'm really glad he's starting to do that a little bit. Because, I don't know, it's just really hard to move people, you know? Something on my monitor over there. It's just really hard to move people from one platform to another, so the sooner you start, the better, you know? When Mixer shut down, they gave us a month, I think it was, right? When Mixer shut down, they told us it was closing down that day, you know, that morning we woke up to that tweet. And then people had a month to get off, basically. Like, you could still stream there for a month. But that was it. So then they had to try to move their whole audience in 1 month. They had 1 month to move everybody, and it just wasn't enough time to do it. So I think doing a little bit of extra the whole time is going to be the best thing to keep streamers' careers rolling, you know, if that makes sense. Trying to do your part with getting more of the community over. When I share streams to the Facebook pages, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that helps too. That would definitely help out too a ton. It's like I was talking on Twitch. I don't know if you were on Twitch yesterday morning, but Facebook is the hardest platform to move people off of, right? It's hard to do that at all though, right? If you're trying to move people from YouTube to Discord, that's challenging. Even from YouTube to Twitch, it's hard to do. If you're trying to move people anywhere from where they came from, it's just hard, right? A lot of you guys, especially y'all, like I said, on Twitch are the exception to that rule. That's not that big of a deal, right? We jumped over to YouTube. Here we are having a good time. Right? But y'all are the exception to that rule. Your average viewer is really hard to move from one platform to another, but Facebook is even harder. It's super, super hard to move Facebook viewers anywhere else, mainly because the majority of them don't watch Twitch, you know, or don't know what Twitch is or have a Twitch account. Even YouTube, a lot of them don't even have YouTube accounts, and they don't want to go make one, right, for no reason, or for just one streamer. So it's super hard to get people off of Facebook to other platforms because of that. I think my dog is tripping though, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I am back, guys. We have a porch cat. It's not our cat. It's just this random cat that started hanging out on our porch about a week ago, and Loki is not a fan. Loki is like, you get the hell out of here. So I can never tell if he's barking because somebody's at the door or if he's barking because of the cat, but I always go check every time just in case. Yeah, thank you, Kirish. I appreciate that, man, for sure. I got deja vu like crazy just now. I don't like that. I don't like the feeling of deja vu. It's too eerie, you know. Makes me wonder what's gonna happen next. See, posting the worldwide squad. Yeah, and it's good. Normally I didn't do it tonight, but normally I'll post a Facebook story. Sorry, I gotta tie my shoe, guys. Normally I'll post a Facebook story and tell people. That kind of helps out a lot, right? Because what I'll do on the Facebook stories, you could tell Prestige, I'm sure he might already be doing this, but if he's not, tell him to do this too. I go to the Facebook story now and I'll put that I'm live and say swipe up, but I won't tell them that it's Twitch anymore, right? And that's helped me get 50% of the views on this YouTube channel are coming from those Facebook stories. You can tell on the stats on YouTube where they come from. So a little over, I think it's actually like 52, something like that. But the majority of the views on this YouTube channel are coming from the Facebook stories now because I'm doing that, right? So I'll say, I'll be like live on Farm Sim, swipe up, you know, but I won't say it's YouTube. I'll just say, hey, I'm live on Farm Sim, swipe up. And then people will swipe up and it takes them straight to my YouTube page. And then they're here, you know, and here's the stream. And it's simple as that. Where when I was saying YouTube, right, I used to say YouTube stream, swipe up, and I would get a lot less return from it. For some reason, I don't know why, you know, but people saw YouTube and they were just like, no, I'm good. I'll just stay here on Facebook and wait for the stream on Monday, right? Because they know I'm coming back on Monday anyway. And I just, I'm good. I'll just wait till Monday, which is fine. But I just stopped putting the word YouTube in it or Twitch in it and just started saying, hey, I'm live, swipe up. And it's boosted that transition ratio a lot. Do you find it helps if you do joint streams with another streamer? Like collabing? Yeah, collaborating helps a lot for sure. Really just making friends, you know what I mean? Me, Prestige, and Abrupt are kind of maybe a good example of that because we're good buddies, but we don't play together as much as we want to, right? Because we just all kind of have our own thing going on. And we're all also full-time streamers who are like incredibly disorganized in life, I guess. I don't know what it is, but it's hard for us to line it up, right? We do want to play together. We do want to collaborate together. But it turns out where like we always miss each other, or we'll talk about it and then lose track of what we're trying to do, and it'll go by another few months, sometimes many months, before we actually ever play anything. But just because we're friends, you know what I mean, and I'm a part of their community, we all share. You know, Bradley is Prestige's mod, right? So there's a good example of that. Bradley's hanging out right now and he's one of Prestige's mods. So yeah, just having friends in general, man. Even if you're not really streaming with them much, if you're actually friends with them and you're actually a part of that community, people are gonna know, you know, what you do, and they're gonna eventually start hanging out too, you know, and then everybody kind of shares. We share a lot of community, you know. Hey, what's up, Travis? Speaking of more shared community. Hey girl, hey, what's up, man? And see, hey girl, hey is a meme from Prestige's chat, right? Hey girl, hey is a meme from Prestige's chat. But like I said, we share a lot of community because we're actually friends. We hang out, we talk. They'll come in my streams, I'll come in their streams. Even if we don't play together very much, we're still friends. We still hang out and chat, and then our communities know each other. Our communities know other people in our communities, and they know we all know each other, and we all just kind of commingle and hang out together, and it does help everybody's channel, yeah. So in general, man, just being around and making genuine friendships helps a lot. You know, that kind of stuff helps a lot. But especially playing with people too, you know, collabs help out too. Yep, for sure. Hey girl, hey Travis, how's your Saturday going tonight, man? I think what turns people off is you gotta have an account with all three if you want to chat on that platform. Yeah, that's true, yeah. So that's the thing, and especially with Facebook users, right? Your average that's the thing, right? Your average Twitch viewer has a YouTube account, you know? That's just is the case, right? If you have a Twitch account, you damn sure have a YouTube account. And most of the people that have YouTube accounts have Twitch accounts. A lot of them do. But you don't have to have a YouTube account to watch YouTube. So a lot of people on Facebook, they don't have a Twitch account. A good chunk of them have never even heard of Twitch. And a lot of them don't have YouTube accounts either. And that's what makes it the hardest, right? That's why moving people from Facebook to somewhere else is the hardest. It's the hardest platform to move off of because of that, right? So when we tell people on Facebook, hey, let's go to Twitch, half of them never heard of Twitch, so they're like, no, I'm good. The other half of them mostly don't have a Twitch account, so they're also like, no, I'm good. I know you're going to be back here tomorrow, right? You're going to be live on Facebook tomorrow anyway, so I'll just wait and I'll watch the stream then, right? So it does make it harder to move off of Facebook than anywhere else, especially into Twitch. YouTube not so much, but also YouTube because of the account thing. A lot of them don't have accounts. But that is part of the challenge of moving, which is kind of like I was saying. I'm glad to see Prestige doing it a little bit now, because the sooner you get started, the longer you have to move people around, the better it's going to work out for you if something does go wrong. What's up, McDuff? What's up, buddy? There's Ron right there looking good in the John Deere gear, man. I think I'm wearing my John Deere hoodie right now. Let's hang out and crack a cold one here on the farm, guys. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm really glad to see Prestige doing a little bit more on Twitch too, because I like I said, I think Facebook is gonna be okay. Facebook is gonna stay around, but it's always good to have options, man. And the sooner you get started, the more time you have and the more people you can move over. So it'll take a long time, but the more time you have, the more will happen. And then we'll get to chatting. You know, we're hanging out doing our thing right now. Something crazy happens. And then we get to talking about it, you know, like, oh man, that was an awesome night on YouTube yesterday. That was funny. This channel meme, or Ron did this in the map or something, right? And then we're getting to chatting about that kind of stuff on the other channel. And then people on Facebook are like, oh, I wasn't there for that because I don't have a YouTube account. And then maybe they'll be more enticed to make one because they're like, oh yeah, you know, stuff is happening and they're having fun and I'm missing out because I'm not making a YouTube account. And then eventually they might make one, right? So the more time you have, the more those communities mold together and the better turnover ratio you're going to get out of all of them. But if you have to do it like Mixer, people had 1 month to do it. You know, Mixer said we're closing down. You got 1 month to get off the platform, and they had basically 30 days to do everything they could to move their audience. And it did not work out well for the majority of them because it just wasn't enough time. Came to your channel from a Prestige raid shortly after you started on Facebook. Yeah, man. That was one of the coolest things about Prestige, dude, is when I met him, I had just got to Facebook from Mixer, right? And a lot of the people on Facebook were really cool like that and really, really nice to me. But I started over completely, right? I had a brand new Facebook channel that did not have any followers, pretty much. And I had just lost everything I had on Mixer for the most part, with the exception of Hoover and Turtle. They're the only people really that came over for the most part, from Mixer specifically. And we're real consistent. So we were pretty much starting from scratch, yeah. And then Prestige, one day, I was watching other simulator streamers because they existed on Facebook. That doesn't really exist on Twitch or Mixer. And Prestige said he needed streamers to do the race, the NASCAR charity race. He's like, yeah, I need streamers to do this. And so I messaged him, and I thought, man, because I came from Mixer and YouTube where people are real snobby about their follow counts and stuff, man. And so I just knew, right? Prestige was big time to me at that point in time. I just knew he wasn't gonna talk to me, right? But I messaged him anyway. I was like, hey dude, this is my story. I'm brand new here, so I don't really have much to offer you in the way of helping, but if you need another person in a car, I would love to play the NASCAR race. And he was like, hell yeah, bro. And we've been friends ever since. You know, he never gave two craps about the size of my channel, never cared about the fact that I didn't have anything when I met him. He was super cool, super nice, and has been a hell of a friend of mine ever since then. So that's kind of one of the coolest things about Facebook. And there's a few other streamers that were like that too, you know. Creepy Horseman was like that too, just super nice to me and friends with me from the get-go, even though I was basically nothing underneath them. Whereas the way it is on Twitch and YouTube, a lot of times if somebody's big, they get real in the clouds about it and they don't talk to smaller people. They won't mess with smaller channels. But most of the guys in the simulator world specifically on Facebook, they're not like that at all. They're super cool. So yeah, I loved that, man. It was super awesome, and I made some really good friends out of it too, so that was awesome too. I had an example of YouTube. I'm not gonna say names here, but I've told this story briefly a long time ago. A very, very long time ago on YouTube. Y'all left time fast that whole day, but I guess we're waiting on crops to grow, right? Make sure we stop it when we get first stage so we can spray fertilizer. So I had a friend on YouTube. This is a beautiful example of how most people are, and how Prestige and Abrupt were not like this at all, and Creepy Horseman was not like that at all. And most of the people I know on Facebook are actually people, you know, actually real people that just want to do their thing and hang out and be real, which is really nice. But this is the flip side of that coin, right? This is the way things work on YouTube most of the time, and on Twitch, unfortunately, too, a lot of the time. When people get big, it gets all in their head, and you know they'll just throw every friend they had before behind because they don't meet their value, right? People put value into their follow count, which is the dumbest thing ever. Follow count doesn't really matter at all, but people put value into their follow count, and then they think they're, you know, some awesome thing, and they're too good for everybody else. So I had this friend, I can't say his name. He's a big YouTuber now, guys. He is a big YouTuber now. He's over 3 million followers last time I looked. I don't really look at his channel anymore, but last time I looked at him, maybe like a year ago, he was at 3 million followers. He might be at 4 or 5 now. But that's big, man. 3 million followers, that is subs on YouTube, subscribers. That's a lot, dude. That's massive. So me and this guy, right, we'll just call him this guy because I'm not gonna say his name, but we were buddies on this YouTube channel many years ago. I had like 1,000 followers and he had 1,000 followers. Our channels were the same size, right? And we were friends. We talked, and we would help each other, right? YouTube has an algorithm, and you have to work the algorithm, and this is working and that's not working. And so he was a part of my friend group back in the day with some other friends who are still friends of mine now. A lot of those people are still friends of mine now, and will even show up in the stream sometimes too. But this one dude in particular, man, we would always talk like, hey, you know, these tags are working really good, or this game, like, oh, hey, I found this game, it's really working, you guys should try it out, maybe it'll work for you guys too. And we were all kind of, as a group of 5 or 6 friends, trying to help each other do better on YouTube every day. All of a sudden, man, this guy overnight went from like 1,000 followers to 10K because he had a video just explode, right? He had a video blow the hell up. So we didn't really know that happened. That happened one day, and then like a week later, all of a sudden, we hadn't heard from him for a while. Like, oh, is he all right? Let's go see if he's posting videos. And his channel is like 10 times bigger than it was before. So we were like, damn, you know, we messaged him like, hey dude, congratulations. We don't know what the hell you did, but that's awesome. You know, take note that whenever we always did good, we would tell each other what we did and tell the other people in our friend group to do it too, because we all wanted to help each other get better and grow our channels. But when he really popped off, he kind of just ghosted us, right? So he just started blowing up and getting real big. And we played games together and stuff, of course, too, right? So all of a sudden, he's gaining thousands and thousands of followers, sometimes a day. But every week, man, it's like from 10K to 50K to 100K. This guy's channel just absolutely caught fire. And he just completely threw every single one of us off to the side. And when we try to talk to him, he never talked to us, dude, for like a month or two. He would never respond to any of us from his original friend group, who we'd been working together for, if not a year, many months before that happened to him. We would always talk, you know, like, oh, hey, these tags are working good. This game is working really good. I'm having a lot of luck with these thumbnails. We would always kick ideas back and forth and help each other. But all of a sudden, he caught wildfire, man, and he just never talked to us for a long time. So finally, I messaged him and I was like, hey, man, I'm excited for you, dude. And we're all really proud of what you've done, and amazing to know you that, you know, even know you that this stuff is happening to you, man. And he finally responded to me and said, yeah, dude, it's been wild, right? And then he said, don't worry, basically, like, we'll still work together. I've just been really busy. So I kind of believed that. Obviously, his career's on fire. He's like, don't worry, we'll still work together. We'll still make videos together and stuff. And it's all good. I've just been really, really busy. So I'm like, cool, awesome, man. Again, we're really proud of you. Super awesome what's happening to you. It's amazing. And then another month goes by and he never talks to any of us again, right? And then he finally messages us back after some period of time and says he doesn't have time to collaborate anymore. This is what he told all of us. He doesn't have time to collab anymore, which is make videos together, right? Because he's just been so busy doing his own thing. He just doesn't have time to make content with us. He told all of us that, right? And then like 3 days later, he made a video with a guy that had like 500,000 subs. So he at that point in time had gotten up to close to 100K probably. And then he tells us, I don't have time to do collabs anymore. I'm too busy. I'm doing my own thing. It's working out well. I don't have time to collab with y'all anymore. It's just not going to work out. So we're thinking, well, he's rolling off doing a lone wolf thing, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Still happy for him. He was a friend of ours for a long time. It's still great that he's doing good. And then 2 days later, he kicks out a collab with the dude that has 500,000 followers. And so we're all like, whoa. What happened? I don't have time to make videos with people, right? Because that's what he told us 2 days ago. He doesn't have time to make videos with people anymore. He's going to do his own thing and he's just too busy. But all of a sudden, if someone has 500,000 followers, he's got time to make a video with them. Isn't that funny how that works? So I got pretty upset about that and kind of felt screwed over by one of my friends back in the day. And all of our little friend group that had been a part of that kind of felt, you know, abandoned by that guy because of the way he did that to us. But that's exactly what it was. Proof in the pudding, right? We had 1,000 followers and he had 70,000, right? So he didn't have time to work with us. It wasn't that he didn't have time to work with anyone. He didn't have time to work with us. But if, you know, the other dude had 500K followers, he sure as hell had time for that. Isn't that funny how that works? That's how most people in this industry are. Most people in this industry see those follow counts as their self-worth. And as soon as they get larger than you, you're trash to them, man. And if they already are bigger than you, they'll never give you the time of day. I've met very, very few exceptions to that rule. Prestige, of course, and the folks on Facebook are largely an exception to that. They're way cooler and not like that at all. McDuff is someone, not McDuff that we know in chat now, but another McDuff is someone who was like that to me as well. Not this McDuff, right? But he was a big time YouTuber who also was really, really cool and didn't care about his follow count. But that's a good example of how that works. But now this dude, another thing about him is he totally changed, right? He used to talk like this, like he used to talk like a normal person. But the larger he got, like he started to develop this weird personality that's like way off the wall, totally different than he used to be back in the day. And now, you know, he's been incredibly successful. 3 million something followers last time I saw him, like a year ago. A wildly successful channel, right? Wildly successful channel. So I maintain more power to him. You know, it's cool that he's done that good, but it's also really shitty to do that to your friends. It'd just be like, no, I don't have time for you anymore. Which the way he told us was he doesn't have time for anybody. You know, that was the story. I don't have time for anybody anymore. I'm just going to have to do my own thing for a while, but we're still cool. You know, we're still buddies. I just don't have time to collaborate with people. That's all it is. And so we're like, all right, cool, man. Well, we're proud for you, dude. We're happy for you. You do what you feel like you have to do. And then 2 days later, he's collabing with guys that are bigger than he is because they can help him, right? They have something to give him. We didn't have anything to give him, so we didn't matter anymore. And that's how most people in this world are, unfortunately. But that's a long story, but that's a good story to tell you how the people on Facebook, Prestige and Creepy Horseman and Abrupt are not like that at all. Super cool guys, actually real people. And, you know, we're all proud of our channels and we're all proud of what we've done for our channels, especially those guys that are a lot larger than I am. Of course, we're proud of what we've done, but none of those guys over there think that makes them better than other people, because it's a freaking number. You know, it's a follow count. What does that even matter? A ninja comes off as a slob to say it twice. Says Twix, when you have 200k follows and 10 watch your stream, they're just upping the numbers. Says Twix. Who is that, you think? JD hoodie and the hat. Awesome, Ron. Awesome. You ever seen Creepy's real face? No, I haven't. No, I haven't seen Creepy's real face. Nope. Never. Yeah, he was super nice to me from the get-go, man. Prestige was always super nice to me too. Abrupt's been cool the whole time I've known him. Pretty much most of the people I know on Facebook are really cool guys. Really cool, really nice people. So that was one of the things I liked the most about that platform, because I came from these streaming platforms where people were not like that. You know, I have stories like that dude that blew up and just blew all of his friends off. And just that's how most people are, you know. When they get too big for their britches, they leave all their real people behind, their friends and stuff. They leave them behind because they just don't have the time of day to mess with them. If they can't gain from it, right? If they can't gain from it, they don't have time for it. That's what it comes down to. That's the truth of it, right? If I had 500k followers, he'd have had every day he needed to collab with me. But since I only had 1k, it wasn't worth his time, right? But he's still doing really good, man. And he still collabs with those big streamers that he left us behind for all the time. Still works with those guys. He's the smallest of them too, you know. Those guys back in that day, he had like a little under 100k, and the people he was collaborating with had 500k. Now he has 3 million, and those people that he collaborated with back then have 5 or 6 million, you know. If he would have been cooler to his friend group, maybe some of us would have gone on that train with him, right? Maybe some of us would have been able to go on that train with him, and he could have helped us a lot. But that's just how it worked out, man. He didn't want to be a part of our little group anymore after he blew up. So here we are. It's a horse head. Yeah, that's the joke, right? What mask? It's cool now. He's got that now he's got that digital thing, right? When I met Creepy, he had the real mask. What kind of numbers did I pull on Mixer? I think like 20 to 30 on most days. I don't remember what my record would be. My record might be 70 or something on Mixer, 70 viewers, but it was 20, 30 up and down, you know. And I had about 4k followers over there. I don't remember exactly what my follow count was, but I had about 4,000 followers on Mixer and was averaging maybe 30 viewers, give or take a little bit. It also depended a lot on what I played on Mixer, depending on the games I played. Yeah, Bradley, I'm not gonna say the name of it, man. He's way too big. So yeah, that's the problem, right? Because that stirs up mess. Where I don't really have drama with this dude. It's just a funny story of the way people can be sometimes. I'm not mad at him anymore. I was upset when it happened. You know, when all that stuff was going down, I felt really betrayed. I felt real bad about it, and most of our friend group did. I felt bad because it's like, man, I wonder like why would he do that to us? But now I don't really care. It's just a good story to tell about how people can be sometimes. Yeah, if I actually made drama about it, dude, and he's got 3 million followers, that dude could bury me. That's another thing about this industry and this world. If you cross the wrong people, man, and they feel like it, they can turn everything they got against you, and they can destroy you. You know, a channel that big, if I told his name and stirred up drama with that mess, he could tell his audience, bro, and there'd be 1,000 people in here every day trashing me to the point that I would just have to give up. Yeah, so I won't say his name. For one, just because it's not the right thing to do, but also for two, if I did say it, yeah, he could hurt me, man. He could really hurt me. It's power comes with that kind of influence. Too much power. Yeah, I know you'll probably be curious. You know, the weird thing about YouTube is none of you would even know who he was. Dude has millions and millions of followers, but none of y'all would ever have heard his name before. And there's so many content creators like that. There's streamers, some of the biggest streamers in the world I've never even heard of. And there's YouTubers all the time that I find out about that, like, this dude has 10 million followers and I've never heard his name, you know, because there's so many. There's so many YouTubers doing so many things. So yeah, you know, almost if you go looking for it every day, you can find a new YouTuber with 10 million followers, and they're new to you. You never even seen them before. So it's wild. But yeah, the reality of it is none of y'all would know him. None of y'all would have ever even heard of him. But he's a big time dude now, man. If you're in his circle, it's big time stuff he's got going on. Yeah, unfortunate that he did that, but it's how people are sometimes. Just how people are sometimes. Yeah, Twix. Mixer was pretty good to me. Tara, what's going on? Welcome in. It's good to see you. Yeah, Mixer I think did okay. It didn't do as good as Facebook though. Oh, this has already been sprayed, huh? Let's see. Okay, they're already spraying all the weeds. Yeah, they're on it. All right, sweet. I'll go put this up. So yeah, I think Mixer was pretty good to me, but it wasn't as good as Facebook was back in the day. Really, we would have just hoped for Facebook to just stay. If Facebook would have just been consistent and not be so broken, everything would be all right. But I really do think over time the simulators are going to do real good on YouTube too, and I think we can keep what we have on Facebook going, and it might get better someday. It may get better, it may not. It doesn't really matter. You know, I think YouTube is going to continue to do better and better as we build it up over the year. Twitch is already doing pretty good and only getting better, so knock on wood. Twitch is going in the right direction. YouTube's going in the right direction. Facebook's not really going anywhere, but that's all right. Facebook might turn around and everything might turn out to be okay. If it doesn't, I feel like the other two platforms are doing the right thing for me. So I feel like it's all going to pan out in the end, like we would hope it to, right? I think in the end, it's all going to work out. Winter is killing you. Did Mixer pay well? I don't remember what cuts Mixer took. I think it was probably just like Twitch. I think Mixer probably did 50-50 like Twitch did. I don't remember. But I wasn't making a lot of money on Mixer. I had like 4,000 followers, averaging like 30 something viewers or so. I was maybe making like $200 to $300 a month over there, maybe. I don't know. I don't really remember what their cut was though. I assume they probably took 50 just like Twitch did. Or just like Twitch does, right? So YouTube takes 30%, Twitch takes 50%, and Facebook takes 0 right now. Facebook will take 0% until 2023, I think. And then they said it's going to be better than YouTube after that. So 2023, they'll start taking percentage again, is the way I think they said it. But when they do, it will still be the lowest cut in the industry. Yeah, 50 is insane. It really is, dude. 50 is insane. Twitch is getting a lot of heat for that. I think maybe they might change it someday. Now, you can negotiate contracts, right? So if you're a real big streamer on Twitch, you can negotiate better. There's partners that get 70-30, which is what YouTube is. So some streamers on Twitch get 70% of their income. Some people might even have better than that. Like some of the real big guys, they might get 90%, right? But Twitch, for your general average guy, Twitch takes 50% of their income. Yeah, that's a lot, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's that's a big divide between the I can go full time. You know, like you got to be double. You got to be double what you have to be somewhere else to go full time. So say if like on Facebook, if you have enough to go full time on Facebook, they're only taking 0%, so you're good, right? But if you had the exact same thing on Twitch, you would need to double it to get to where you could go full time. Whereas on Facebook, you could have been there in half the time, right? Because Twitch takes so much. But a lot of people are giving them a lot of crap for that. So I hope they change that someday, because it kind of seems like behind the times taking that much money. YouTube's taking 30, Facebook's taking 0, and again they said they're going to start taking money again. I think 2023, it might be 24 or something. Facebook is going to start taking the cut again at some point, but they said when they do, it'll still be the best deal in the industry. which means it will be less than YouTube at 30%. So maybe Facebook will take 20%, maybe even they'll only do 10 at some point, who knows. But Facebook will start taking a cut again someday. But when they do, they still won't be screwing us. That's one of the good things about Facebook. One of the best things about Facebook is they don't try to rob their streamers blind. Well, it depends on how big you are. Like I said, if you're a real big streamer, you can negotiate, because they need more money. Well, Twitch apparently doesn't turn profit, allegedly. But who knows, man? Who knows? Is anyone else streaming? Going mute every couple seconds? Shouldn't be. I think it looks good on my end. Who's the biggest person I follow? Streamer wise? Tim the Tatman or Dr. Disrespect, probably. I don't know. I follow Shroud too, over on Twitch. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know who Radio is, but like I said, the big time guys on Twitch, when they have weight, you can negotiate, right? So a lot of the big time streamers negotiate way better deals than 50. And I know some of them get 70-30. I've actually known some people that have gotten 70-30. I'm thinking the big time dudes, like the real big streamers, they might even get a 90-10 probably if they're big enough. You know, they can, if you have power, you can negotiate. But for a regular streamer, it's 50-50. Yeah, your normal streamer on Twitch is 50-50. Even 30% is ballsy given the platform makes no content. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's always been that way, man. It's always been that way. They've always taken too much until Facebook came around and said we're not going to do it. Which Facebook is playing a game right now where their biggest thing is they're trying to acquire talent. Right? Facebook needs more streamers, and so that's a lot of what they did when they bought Mixer, was getting people like me and every other person that came to Facebook to go there because they need more streamers. And then doing that no percent thing, right? Facebook's not doing that out of the goodness of their heart. It's very nice that they're doing that. I appreciate it a lot. I made a lot more money in 2021 than I would have on Twitch because Facebook didn't take any of it. So I'm very grateful for that. But they've got their own self-interest at heart, right? The reason they're doing that is because they need more content creators. When people think about becoming a streamer, when most people think about becoming a streamer, their first thought is Twitch and maybe YouTube, but nobody really, unless you are already in the Facebook ecosystem, nobody thinks Facebook, right? 90% of people who are like, oh, I want to start streaming, their mind immediately goes Twitch, right? And some of them might go YouTube, but really none of them think Facebook. So Facebook is having this image battle, right? Where they're trying to make themselves the better looking thing, you know, like they're trying to make it like, oh, you know, I can start out on Facebook and get 100%. And so they're really trying to just move more people in is the real goal of the reason why they're doing that, which it's nice that they're doing it. And like I said, even when they do start taking money again, they said it's still going to be the best deal in the industry, which YouTube right now at 30% is the only other best deal in the industry. So we know it'll be less than that. It might be 20, it might be 10. They will start taking money again eventually, but they're still going to try to be competitive in that area, right? Because they've got to give people a reason to stream there. You know, they're not thought of as a real streaming platform yet. So they got to give people incentive to go there. And giving them 100% of the money is a big incentive. That's a big time incentive to go to Facebook. The only reason why I went there is because they bought Mixer, and I tried it and I liked it. I liked the people there and I liked the potential for the platform. That was actually before they were not taking any money. That was before they did the 0% thing, I think. But that will entice a lot more streamers to go there, right? Over time. Like, oh, hey, I can go on Twitch and lose half of my income, or I can go to Facebook and keep it all. And it kind of seems like an obvious choice, right? Until you get to Facebook and realize it's broken. But, you know, looking at it on paper, Facebook seems like the best place to go, especially if you're trying to be full time. If you're trying to make a career out of it, there's no debate, right? If you want to make a career and you're at the bottom of the totem pole, going to Twitch and losing half your money sounds crazy, right? Where you can go to Facebook and keep all of it. So it seems like Facebook is the logical decision, and that's the reason they're doing that. They want to make their image better, to make people, entice people more to go over there. Paying Ninja that much makes 0 sense. Paying Ninja how much? I don't know how much what you mean. Ninja made millions and millions of dollars when Mixer bought him. Sounded good now? Okay, good deal, Travis. Yeah, we're getting close to the end, guys. We're kind of just chilling, waiting for crops to grow, but good chat. I love talking about streaming stuff. You know, I've been doing this forever. It's been a big part of my life for many, many, many years. So I enjoy this topic of conversation a lot, and I got a lot to say about it, you know. Obviously I have a lot to say about it too, just because I've been around it for a while. But yeah, it's interesting to me always to talk about other streamers, what they might be doing, and really what the platforms are doing is really interesting to me always. It's always interesting. YouTube's making all the plays right now, though. YouTube is making all the plays right now. Facebook is not so much, right? 10 million a year, crazy. So what was the number? I don't remember what it was. Ninja said one time how much he was making a month in donations. I think it was like 500 grand. Yep. In donations. That's one form of income, right? It's estimated that each month, this was back in the day, right? This is when he said it on stream. So one day he said on stream how much he made a month in donations. And he said it was a bad month was $200,000 and a good month was $500,000. So on a good month, that was a while back. It's probably not that good for him anymore. Yeah, a while back, Ninja said that he was making in a good month $500K a year, or a month. I mean, in a good month, he'd make $500K a month in donations. That's just donations. Dude is also making several hundreds of thousands a year or a month. In my brain, when you think big numbers, you just automatically think a year, right? But for Ninja, we're talking months over here. So yeah, $500K a month in donations is what he was making. And that's not counting his subs, his subscribers, which was probably another, you know, 200 or 300K maybe. And then you've got merch that he's selling like crazy, you know, that he was then. He's not as big as he used to be, but he was back then selling merch like crazy. And then deals, right? Adidas and Red Bull sponsoring him up and paying him all kinds of money. I did the math on Dr. Disrespect's one time, where he was making something like 30K a month in sponsorship deals, 30 grand a month in sponsorship deals on top of these donations. Yeah. In 2018, 500K. Yeah. Isn't that wild? Yeah. And then when Mixer bought Ninja, they paid him tens of millions. Nobody knows the real number, but the high estimates are 50 million and the low estimates are 30. So Mixer paid him on the low end 30 million to go to Mixer. And he had 3 years to do it. So it was a 30 million contract to stream for 3 years that he streamed 1 year of before Mixer shut down, and he didn't have to do the other 2, but still got all the money. So he essentially got $30 million to stream for 1 year. Doesn't that blow your mind? Now his career is not what it used to be, right? Moving to Mixer hurt his career a lot. His career is not what it used to be, but he doesn't care. I wouldn't either if I was him. I doubt he cares at all, man. I wouldn't give a damn. I'd be like, I don't care if I'm streaming for 0 people. I wouldn't care at all, man. But also, who knows if Twitch paid him to come back or not. I know when Mixer shut down, he became a free agent. So YouTube was bidding for him, Facebook was bidding for him, and Twitch was bidding for him. The rumor mill is Facebook offered to double the contracts for him and Shroud, is what people say. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what people say. So if Mixer gave him 30 million, the rumor is Facebook offered to double it if he would come to Facebook. So that would have been 60 on the low end and 100 on the high. million, right, to go to Facebook, but he still said no. So who knows what he ended up getting paid, if he even got paid to go back to Twitch. But I know YouTube and Twitch and Facebook were all bidding, and Shroud too, they were bidding for Shroud as well. King Italian is the only one that took the Facebook money, the double Facebook payout, which I think his was like 5 million. His was much smaller, but still he got like 15 million out of the whole deal between Mixer and Facebook, right? So more power to him too. He never has to do anything again either, right? If you have that kind of money and you're not dumb about it, you're good for the rest of your life, man, and your kids are too. So yeah, Ninja, Shroud, a lot of those streamers from those Mixer buyouts, man, they're set for life. As long as they don't get stupid with it, they're set forever. So they don't care about anything. Not sure why people follow him. Personal preference, man. That's what I've always said. When it comes to streamers, there's different strokes for different folks, right? I'm typically pretty chill, right? I just kind of hang out and talk with people. So some people find me boring, right? Because I'm not freaking out all the time. So I'm a chill streamer, I would say, probably more on the chill side. So some people like that, right? Some people like to find a chill streamer they can just hang out and talk with. Other people want the raging kind of guys. They get pissed off, they cuss a lot, they break stuff. Some people want that kind of a streamer. Some people want the guy that's like super over the top, screaming, energetic, you know. So there's different kinds of streamers for all different kind of people, man. A lot of them are not my kind of a thing. A lot of them are. It just kind of is what it is. Like I said, a lot of people love my content and some people hate it. Some people think I'm downright boring. Some people say I talk too much. To each their own, right? He does chat. He doesn't chat. Yeah, a lot of the big guys don't chat with don't talk to their chats. The crazy part is what that money equates to in some countries. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, Brendan. And it's nothing to those companies, man. That's the other thing. Is to companies like Microsoft, that was nothing. When Microsoft gave Ninja $30 million, they didn't bat an eye at that, dude. They're just like, yeah, whatever, 30 million. So to a company like Microsoft, bro, that's pennies. But yeah, the big streamers, man, a lot of them don't talk to the chat, but that's fine, you know. So a lot of people follow those guys for skill, and they think that it's almost like studying film, right? Some of those competitive streamers like Ninja was, Shroud is a real good example of this. Shroud is one of the best FPS players there are. Shroud is really actually good. So a lot of people watch Shroud because they want to study how he plays, because they want to be better, right? So a lot of their audience, a lot of that audience is there to study film, essentially. They want to watch these people play Call of Duty or whatever it is because they want to study that person playing and try to get better at the game. So that's where a lot of those a lot of that audience comes from for those larger guys, right? But yeah, a lot of them don't talk to chat, frankly, because they can't, you know. If they try to, they just can't. It's just too much going on, right? I know some days Ninja will make an effort, some days Shroud does too, where they'll turn their chat down. You can put slow mode on, or you can do subscriber only chats and stuff, and I've seen those guys do that sometimes. I've seen Ninja and Shroud both turn on sub only chats. And Shroud will sit here in a screen like this and he'll actually talk to the chat. Granted, it's like 1 in 1,000 comments that he can actually see, but he'll sit here and he'll see a comment and he'll talk to that comment real quick, you know, and then 1,000 more comments will fly by and he'll catch one real quick and he'll talk to that one real quick, you know. And that's all they can really do, because they're just so big. They can't really talk to the chat at that point. Crops are ready. That's bad timing for me, man, but if y'all want to plow them up and get something else planted in there, you're more than welcome to. We are an hour and a half in though, so I'm getting ready to gear things down, man. Time to go figure out what's up for dinner. And since my wife is sick, I don't know if I'm gonna cook something or if we're gonna have to order food. We'll try to work it out. But anyway, good chats, guys. Like I said, I love talking about streaming. I love talking about streamers, and I love talking about the platforms too, because this is what I do. You know, this is what I've been doing for a very long time. So obviously it's something I think about a lot, and it interests me for some reason. I'm definitely interested in these kind of conversations. So by all means, if you ever have questions about it, I got plenty to say. I may not always be right, but I got opinions. I got opinions and plenty to say about it. But Good streams, guys. We had a good stream on Facebook, I would say. Okay, for Facebook standards. YouTube, I didn't do the story, so it probably hurt us a little bit, but we still did okay over here too, guys. I think so. And Twitch has still been doing better than I expect, so knock on wood for that, guys. I will be back on Monday morning, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Monday morning, y'all, 9 a.m. Damn it, why do I always do that? Monday morning, 9 a.m. Central Time, I will be live on the Twitch channel, y'all. And then Monday afternoon, we'll be right back on Facebook here on some Farm Sim. If you're looking for another YouTube stream, guys, that'll be Monday night. We'll be live on YouTube, or Wednesday night. Damn, I know what I'm doing, guys. I know what I'm saying. I'm a professional. If you're looking for another YouTube stream, guys, I'll be live here on Wednesday night. I love y'all. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Travis, you too, buddy. Take care, guys. Be safe out there. Take care of yourself. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see y'all. I'll see y'all on Monday for another one. Most importantly, my friends, thank you for flying. Please remember that your seat is a flotation device in case of emergency. Jump out the window.